Hello, everyone. I'm Bonnie. I am the product designer from the package team. And today I want us to talk about how I organize for impact and making sense of it all. So I wanted to start with saying, like, as designers, I found we often help bring in clarity to others, either users or other team members, especially when things are complex or a little bit ambiguous. But I found the clarity usually start with making sense of things ourselves first and then helping others to see it too. So today I'll share how I use organization as a tool to do that, to onboard to unfamiliar topics, understand how teams work, and collaborate and communicate more effectively. So organizing has been a big part of how I work. It helps me stay grounded and make progress, but it doesn't always feel like part of the design work because it's not in Figma or not on the design portfolio. And I have a few simple systems that help I use to stay organized. So I recently joined the package and container registry team, and I'm currently in week 2 of onboarding. To stay organized, I have done a few small things that helping me to get up to speed. So first thing I created an one-stop resources issue. I know we already have the onboarding issue, which was really helpful. There were a lot of links and information in that, but I also gathered more context through coffee chat and issue that I was tagged on. So I create a separate issue to collect and group things by topic. It's not just helpful during onboarding, but I see this as something I can refer back to later and something others can use if they are new to the team too. And I didn't just want to learn about the product domain itself. It is also important to understand how this team likes to work with design. So what's worked well in the past, what could be better, and when they liked to be involved in design and how they prefer to give design feedback because the package team, the member are distributed in all the time zones. So I reach out to the team members, either async or in coffee chats, and ask them those questions. Then I took note of each conversation to look for the patterns and share the common themes back with the team. So to me, this wasn't just about onboarding. I believe doing this early helped me build trust and connect to the teams a little bit more. And it allows me to collaborate with the team with more confidence in the future. Another things I wanted to share is the big challenge is learning the domain itself, especially when the topic is totally new to me. So I've never been a great student in my life, to be honest. I have a really short attention span for reading for some reasons. So I found the simple habits and having a place to track what I learn and really helped me make that static progress. I haven't started structured learning for the package team yet, but I'll show you what I did when I first joined GitLab and was learning about secret management. When I first joined the pipeline security team, I had some background with variables, but I didn't know much about secrets management. So I set aside 30 minutes every Friday for a quarter just to read an article, watch a YouTube video, or explore a competitors' platform. I logged what I've learned in a weekly learning issue and with a short summary and key takeaways from each resources. It helped me build up the knowledge gradually, and it became a really useful reference both for my work on the secret manager and for others trying to learn the topics too. And the other things I do on the fly is to keep a list of terms I come across, especially ones that could be interpreted differently by different people. So for example, in secret management space, delete can mean different things in details depending on whether it's a static or a dynamic secret. And in the container space, user may use terms interchangeably. So it is important to dig deeper and understand what that actually means. So writing this down as I go, we get a clear picture of the domain, and it also helped me avoid miscommunication and supports team alignment. And the last thing I wanted to share today is the communication and collaboration, which is a big part of the design. To me, sometimes the hardest part isn't solving the problem itself, but making sure everyone involved and understand the context. what's being proposed and why. That can get tricky when there's a lot of back and forth, multiple people involved, or communication happen across different issue and meetings. So in the secret manager project, we had a long discussion about permission naming in the design mockup when input, and also we have input from another team as well. So the conversation became really hard to follow. So I pulled things together in one comment on the issue. I started by defining each permission, what does it mean? And then I list the current name and the other like name option in the table with the pros and cons. And then I include my recommendation and the reasoning behind it. And I also add a quick executive summary at the top for anyone who just want the high level takeaway without reading the whole long thing I wrote. So that make it easier for others to catch up and respond without needing to go through the full history. And the last example I wanted to show was from last milestone when I supported a design initiative for the secret detection team. So the context and the discussion about the work was spread across multiple issue and sync meetings. I thought it would be quite difficult for someone to come and then just give design feedback without all the background. So when I shared the design, I included a very short summary of the problem we're trying to solve, the known constraints I collect from different issues and discussion, the proposed solution, and any additional ideas I have, and then what the ideal UX would look like if there were no limitation. I guess this helps others understand the context and give feedback without needing to dig around. So I kind of speed run it a little bit, but yeah, organizing has been quite a quiet but powerful tools that I use it in my work. So that's it from me today. If there's any question.
No questions from me. I'll just go through my 3 points quickly. So I wanted to say that ask for the team preference is a great call out because I think every team is different and sometimes you can't just run off assumptions. So making that explicit ask is really good. I know there's a lot of new team members in the design team that have joined recently. So I think learn like I remember saying, hey, every team is different, but like
Mm.
this is a nice way to encapsulate and actually capture what those differences are, especially to yourself as a designer. I like the how you committed 30 minutes a week. Like we 30 minutes a week is not too overwhelming and it like helps
Mm.
maintain your system and showing this proof looking back and very impressive. I'm more like I would just read this, but like never having a system so everything's scattered. So this is very good. And then the other part is like wrapping this all up, like your design context and like encapsulating all those points, I think makes it also a really good jumping point if should you want to like engage in doing a design critique or anything. It's very easy. You have all the context there and what you're trying to solve for. So you already done the hardest part of doing like a design critique is like gathering context and providing those references. So yeah, a very clean, structured way of organization, Bonnie.
Thank you. And
Yeah, that's inspiring. I think it's really cool. And my only question is, how did
mm.
you find that, this system works better than other system? For example, using external tools for like making sense, like Notion, FigJam, etc.
Yeah, I think what I do here because I can do it in GitLab, so that is something like I can easily share with other team members, but doing like in Notion or in FigJam may be harder, so I opt in just using issues. Yeah,
Cool.
cool. Well, thank you for listening, and I'm curious of how other designers do this kind of work as well. This is just my way, so I'm open to learn. If you have anything, please share with us on the agenda.